to the Name and Lights VIP edit. Very fun. Very, very fun. So let's see. Which of these are you actually? So, Name and Lights VIP edit. The backstory on that is that on my very first EP, which is titled True to Form, there was a song called Name and Lights and was like kind of reggaeton, kind of EDM. I felt like the hook was good enough for me to just give it a different kind of vibe, more or less. So what I did was redo the instrumentation, got more vocal chops, just made it sound darker but still danceable, which is something I really like. I like dark dance music, but I don't really hear it at the tempos that I pick. Like this is at 108 BPM. I don't really hear dark stuff at that tempo.
Bandeauxx.
Pull up on me, girl, pull up on me, girl. My stock going up, can't get comfortable. Yo, spending that time to carnival. Play to win like I kick for Arsenal. Patience, so I take my time. I say it's better and physical. She wanna hit cause I'm whimsical. You should come spend the night. Might see your name in lights. You should come spend the night. Might see your name in lights. You should come spend the night. You should come spend the night. You should come spend the night. Might see your name in lights.
Alright, let's talk about So my whole first thing is completely blanked out and I can't recall why I did that, but I'll show you the harmonic ad-lib section because that is very interesting to me.
Yeah, yeah,
That's me.
yeah, yeah,
Once again,
yeah, yeah,
go me, go,
Yeah, yeah.
go me, go.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So harmonic ad-libs because I did just want to try my hand at melodic vocals a few times, and that happens a couple times during Coastal Plus, just for like proof of concept. Maybe some people would feel more secure within themselves if they called up a professional vocalist. I did not have that advantage, and nobody was coming to the crib I was living at the time just to do vocals, so I took it upon myself. It's a nice exercise. It's like occasionally I was actually hitting the notes, getting my little Frank Ocean on. For those that listen to Frank, let's talk about rapping.
Pull up on me, girl, pull up on me, girl. My stock going up, can't get comfortable.
So, I had mentioned earlier about recording in different places and just having a mobile setup that you can catch anything. The one downfall with mobile setups is that you're working in different rooms, and different rooms are going to give you different vocal qualities, which is why people spend so much money on mic booths and things like that, so you can sound consistent throughout the whole thing. I work in a little more haphazard action adventure way, so I have different vocals from different times spliced in there, and sometimes it works, sometimes I'm not sure if it doesn't work, but I will say sometimes it works out really well. But you have to have the technical knowledge to like beef it up, make it sound pro quality, that kind of thing. And when it comes down to just re-recording, mixing, and doing all the more technical aspects of music recording, it's really nice that you can fix it later. You can fix it later. Most artists agree with me in the sense of the most important part of it is just getting the ideas down. You can make it sound sexy and gussy it up and throw the bag at it later, but just capturing those initial ideas and making sure you got something like workable, that's what's always important. So let's see what we got up in here. Got my little white noise effects for vibes. Contact, oh chum, how have you been? That chop comes from Exhale, and Exhale is a contact library. I think it's from Output. You've heard Contact you've heard Exhale on at least one mega huge unmissable record, which was like Mi Gente by J Balvin. So in case anything I'm saying is like news to you, no, trust me, everything I'm talking about is pretty much endorsed by professionals. And at the end of the day, again, just make heat. Who cares how you make it? Like other producers and songwriters might get really provincial about it, but I would just say just do your thing and make sure that your taste and your quality control is up at all times.
You should come spend the night, might see your name in lights.
So funny enough,
You should come spend the night, might see your name in lights.
that's me on the auto tune with my share effect on. Yes, yes, yes.
You should come spend the night.
It's weird because when I listen to these vocals by themselves, it still sounds crazy warbly, but in the context of the song, other elements kind of help balance it out to make it sound a little more palatable? Not palatable, but yeah, let's go with palatable. Let's talk about my vocoder chops. So that is sidechained to a brick wall, which is also sidechained to a gas truck out of Mad Max. Kickstart, doing a lot of that work, just ducking out those other sounds and just being used as a rhythmic effect rather than like a product of good engineering. Drums! I've used this drum kit on a few edits, but it was more like lo-fi edits. So lo-fi music rewards not having a whole lot of high end, but just mostly bottom end and mid end. So you feel it more than you hear it. How well that works out for non-lo-fi songs or anything else really just depends on the listener. But I like it. Got other loops and such, Spire. So funny thing about the Spire patch, the first remix that I ever did as Bandeauxx and my first like release, what does it say, was for Paper Water, a duo who I'm really proud to know, and watching them ascend and blow up and do things like Coachella and all kinds of worldwide tours and activations has been really cool to see because we're all from Miami and they are not signing people from Miami like that. So just to say, this Spire patch I used the very first time I used this was on a remix for them called Caught Up. So it was Paper Water, Voila Snow, and then I just flipped it into like a trap kind of thing because it was the trap era. That was that. That's why I made it sound like that. Do I like using trap sounds? Yes. Do I like making trap music? Not really my thing. Well, we know what I like. I like electronic influenced hip hop stuff. None crazy. Let's talk about this 808 real quick. So, shout to Frank Flux. He made this 808 and gave me the kit for it in like the early Bandeauxx days when I was like just now figuring out how to use Ableton Live and really starting to like take self-production seriously again, because I had made beats when I was younger, but you know, that's when I was younger. As soon as I hit college, I was like, yeah, so I'm just gonna stick to DJing and I'm not gonna touch any of that because I couldn't figure out Logic. I couldn't figure out Logic at the time and I just didn't want to. There goes the sub bass, which I'm making it do the thing with smacking it with all kinds of plugins. Jeez. Don't be like me. Just you can cook something decently, but don't overcook it. Like I feel like all this just kind of overcooks the sound because I'm trying to make it like be everything at once. And that might work for some people. I gotta say, I don't know that it works for me in retrospect. I don't know. Choose your own adventure. Report back. Let me know what you find. Next up,